So yeah, we can go ahead and start the fucking
Cool, go ahead, do the intro. Let's go. Go.
Welcome to Rope-A-Cope.
Go.
I'm trying. You know what, Sammy? It's your turn. You do it.
Yeah, yeah, go for it, Sammy. It's your please.
Oh no, but I can't do it like him. Welcome to Rope-A-Cope.
Perfect.
What else
You
do
didn't have
say?
to copy him. You could have done your own.
Yeah.
That was my own. Let's be real.
There you go. Fair enough.
We have a spooky Halloween episode today, right?
Yeah.
Right, guys. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Super excited to talk about spooky stuff.
That we've never talked about before.
No, we never talked
about it. Never recorded it. And it got lost in the cyberspace at all.
That never happened.
Not at all. Anyway, Sammy, let me hear your actual welcome to Rope-A-Cope.
Yeah. No, I really want to hear this.
I'm not okay. So intros make me really, really nervous. I'd thought about this prior, so I just need some I need to hear the sexual intro.
Sexual?
Yeah, like sax.
Sax.
The sax and sexual. I don't know. It made sense in the moment. Moving on. Okay. Welcome to Rope-A-Cope. Welcome to Rope-A-Cope.
Perfect.
That's all I got.
Cool. It works.
Fair
It
enough.
works.
Oh wait, I think I'm supposed to tap the nails, right? Is that what?
Oh, we're doing
people
ASMR
do?
now? No.
Oh god. Okay, never mind.
We can avoid that.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather not, but I thought that was the thing with that type of voice.
Don't you need like a special mic for the ASMR? Right? I don't think the Yeti supports that.
Like a condenser microphone of some sort.
The Yeti came with a free copy of PUBG, so who's really the loser here?
I was gonna say, do you actually play PUBG?
I've never played it once.
Wait, so it
Right.
came with a free copy of PUBG?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I love it. So
Very dumb.
I feel like one of you guys should go first on this one.
Oh,
Really? That's not how we did it before. I mean, we didn't do it before.
Yeah,
So-
my bad.
I can go because mine's really short if you want.
Yeah, we also need his prelude to the rest of my lude. That's not how you say that.
I just look. I'm not looking forward to Sammy's topic. I'll be honest with you.
Oh yes,
You've never heard it
fair.
before.
Yeah,
I've never heard it before, but God, for some reason, I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, it's so strange. Did you kind of do you have like a precognition of some sort of story you never heard? Actually, it's really spooky. It's actually
spooky.
Maybe you're being like haunted by something or like possessed even by something that you don't even know about.
I feel like haunting would probably be a good idea. Like I'm haunted by the thought of it even.
Right.
Well, what demon?
Yeah. And
I said
Anyway.
even.
Oh,
Okay, so there's a demon haunting me?
yes.
no, no.
Not anymore. What?
not.
Yeah, no,
What?
she's fine where she is right now.
She?
Yeah.
Hold on.
You know what? Let's just come on, Zach. Get her.
All right.
Start him up.
Yeah.
Put
all
the
right.
gas in it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right. So mine's really simple or really short story. So I haven't had as many encounters as I've known most people to have, at least in my personal life.
What about your professional life?
Even my professional life, I've known a lot more people than myself having these sort of things. I guess I've been told that I have a closed door or a semi-closed door when it comes to like spirits or haunted stuff in general, just anything like that. But I actually do technically I have two stories. I have more to share, or actually share for the first time, right?
For the first time ever.
Yeah. So, this is probably 10ish years ago, maybe a little less, 8, 9 years ago. I was home alone and I was partaking of a particular substance. Definitely not weed. And, uh, I was
Definitely
just
not
hanging out.
ayahuasca.
I wish. I want to try that so bad.
Yo,
Anyway.
same.
Anywho, my bad.
Anyway, I was living with this girl at the time, and she, in the place in our apartment, she owned a number of possessed dolls. So, and when I say number, a good number, I think it was like 15, 20 so dolls here or there. And I always respected them. Never saw anything. People told me about things that they had seen with a couple of these dolls, like starting up an old grandfather clock that was broken for 20 plus years, heads turning on occasion, stuff like that in a house I didn't live in at the time. And then when I moved in with her, she had a whole collection, kept growing that collection, and I always tried to respect them. Never really taunted or tried to make anything happen, that sort of stuff. I just basically let them be. So anyway, there was this one particular night, I was pretty high, pretty baked, and I was alone at the time. My ex was working pretty far away, and I had to drive to go pick her up that night. And beforehand, it was pretty early on, I was getting up to go to the kitchen for something, and I heard a giant slam on the ceiling. Now, at that point, we eventually had access to the attic, and when we went up there, there was literally nothing but a very old, very dusty door. Looked like it never had moved. But yeah, there was a locked door to our attic, and there was nothing in there. But there was a giant slam hit, and I was paranoid as like crazy. So I couldn't go to my ex's work at the time because people you weren't allowed to go in. It just wasn't a public place, and so I immediately left. And I think I went to the mall where Sammy, I think you were working at the time, just to be around people, just so I didn't feel just so incredibly paranoid and scared of the place. But that was really much the only thing that happened to me at that point. And then recently, I'm in a semi-newer relationship, and staying at her place, I actually will occasionally hear a woman like sigh and like kind of slight humming, or like she says she hears a whistle. I've never quite heard a whistle, but I weirdly brought that up, and she said she heard whistling without like me, like I stated that before she told me about it, which was weird. But yeah, those are probably the only real creepy stories or ghost stories, that sort of thing, that ever personally happened to me. But I've never seen anything, which would be cool. Like I am a huge skeptic, but I would like to be proven wrong.
Right. Same.
But yeah, that was my whole tale.
You know,
Well,
I had a comment and I lost it. I would be so real with you, so I don't have it anymore.
so do you think that, like, because obviously I know these dolls very well, because the woman that you were living with was my sister. Is my sister. That's weird.
No,
ooh.
was.
Anyway,
a certain
me.
story you have. She's been taken out.
Listen, she's fine, but she probably will get rid of me at any day now. Okay, so
That's not good.
my question is, what does it have to do with the dolls, though? Not that, like, why do you think it has to do with the dolls?
Well, just because nothing else was there. The only like that was like that would be my only point of like, oh, this could be a thing, because otherwise that place we never got any sort of like supernatural happenings either from the downstairs neighbors or like any other time. The only other weird thing that I found, and a buddy of mine who lived with us for a short time, when we finally got access to the attic, we found a like loose floorboard and found some letter we couldn't make out. Like, or not even a letter.
love
It was
that.
like a birthday card or like an anniversary card, something like that. It was
even
no
worse.
description on the top, but it had like a filled out inside with cursive that was so illegible. We just couldn't make it out. But we put it back immediately. But then it didn't seem like super old either. Like that seemed like it could have came from anywhere from like the late 90s to through today. But yeah, I just assumed it was the assumption was the dolls because nothing else happened and other people had seen stuff around at least one of those dolls, let alone the other half dozen or more.
Look, all I'm saying is there's a reason. There's a reason why a lot of us are afraid of dolls from birth.
Oh yeah, dolls are creepy as fuck, or they can be. I'm not. I don't have a huge aversion to them, but I definitely understand why. Same thing with clowns. I get why people are scared of clowns, but I'm not necessarily scared of them.
I vote the kids are creepier than dolls.
Can be. I guess it really depends on the kid.
Look, I don't like kids, but like, all they
Fair.
do is annoy me.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Dolls, you know, they don't like sit with
they
me
just
in the
watch
back
you
of
while
my
you
dad's
sleep.
car at 5 years old, and I'm like at nighttime playing my Game Boy with its little light thing, and I look over at it, and its eyes are
That's
just
it?
closed, and I go to
Oh,
pick
I
it
thought
up.
we were talking about a child. I'm
We're
sorry.
talking
Continue.
about Little Miss No Name.
Right, yeah.
I've shown you that doll
Oh.
before.
Yes.
I fucking hate that
unfortunately.
thing.
I thought that was AI, to be honest, but yeah.
No,
Oh.
no,
Yeah,
it's a real
it does
thing.
look very. It does. The pictures of it definitely look like AI for sure.
Oh,
Anybody
they do.
who's interested, take a look because it is a creepy doll. What you said that it was? What was it for originally?
I think it's like American Red Cross.
Yeah, well, it was to help people, right?
Yeah, so people would buy it, and it would go towards donations, and I believe it was the American Red Cross. I could be absolutely wrong, but so like even in person, this thing looks like AI generated. Yeah, it is uncanny valley 1,000,000%.
I was
Are
just
you
going
going
to
to
mention
flash
that,
that bad boy on the screen?
for our
Oh.
viewers.
Don't
yeah,
worry.
for the viewers. Sorry.
Don't worry,
Okay.
everything we
Oh.
mentioned will be flashed on the screen.
Everything.
Don't say titties.
Oh my god, I was just going to go to that joke too. God.
Yeah, we might want to avoid that earlier on. You know, maybe post a
Well-
link instead.
All right,
A Findom link.
I'll get into my HR notes.
Okay.
Don't show tits this early on. It's not usually my motto, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna wait.
Well, hell
Were we
yeah,
done with
for
that?
one, but yeah.
Yeah. We were okay. So Zach, did you have anything to add? Did you have any questions, Ian, based off of his personal experience, not professional?
Have you thought about burning the houses down with the dolls?
You know what? There was a lot of trepidation I had about all of that originally. And then, because before we moved in together, she had lived with a bunch of people in like a smaller house. And she had them, right? So like people told me about them and all that, and I never saw a single thing happen. I definitely thought to myself that I would have not continued dating her or seeing her or being around if I saw a lot of activity. And like I said, never really saw anything with them. So, and I've dropped them, I've moved them. I like definitely remember almost breaking them from time to time, like just like actively living around them. But nothing ever happened. So, yeah, I just, I'm glad that I'm not around them anymore, and I'm glad that I got out when I did, just because I know that she had actively wanted to make that collection bigger and bigger.
Oh God! Look, okay,
She
so
did by one.
Look, okay, so I have my own doll story that I'm going to interject with real quick. I'll make it short, sweet, and simple. So I mentioned Little Miss No Name earlier. My grandma loved collecting dolls. I hated dolls, and it was because of Little Miss No Name. I wasn't afraid of dolls before Little Miss No Name. And
so she was the beginning.
yeah, she was in the beginning. I was playing a little Game Boy, had the little light on. This doll is sitting right next to me, and I screamed when I realized its eyes open and closed, and it almost made made my dad wreck.
What the fuck? They open and close?
Yeah, they
that
open and
doll's eyes
close.
close?
Yes.
Oh, that's
by themselves?
It's even
Open and close.
creepier.
Yeah, no, it's not okay. It is not okay.
Just by themselves, like just
No.
do that.
You have
every
to
once in a
open
while?
it. You have to lift it up.
Is it like
Oh, like the
gravity-based?
tipping ones?
Yes, the horizontal, vertical, standing ones, whatever. Like
Okay,
they
but
open
it
and close
did
that
it
way.
by itself then.
No. I picked it
okay.
up.
Oh, okay.
I did
okay,
it to myself,
okay.
but I didn't know dolls could do that.
So that was your first experience? No, like seeing that technology or whatever?
Yes.
Oh god, that had to be
technology.
horrifying. Well, I mean, like
Yeah.
as a kid, if you don't know what's gonna happen, it's probably horrifying, right?
Oh,
Especially
yeah.
with that doll.
That
Holy
doll
shit.
is. Look, I'm going to argue that doll is almost as bad as Sammy's doll. I'm just going to say it right now. I've seen it in my dreams. I've never heard of Sammy's doll before. I've only seen it in my dreams. It's haunted me.
It was a
It was not a lost episode.
an omen. I don't know. Definitely
An
not.
omen for sure. And my
foreseen.
grandma, she loved collecting dolls, right? And they tried to have me sleep in her doll collection room one day because there was a bed in there. I was like 9, and she had like 500 plus dolls in there, all lined up, all like on like little display shelves and shit. Dude, I weeped the whole night in that room until my dad was finally like, okay, you can go sleep on the couch. I was like, thank you. Oh my God.
Dear God, please save me from this hell. God, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, it was. So anyway, Sammy.
Anywho, yes. Yeah, what did you have lined up?
Okay, yeah, you guys haven't heard the story. So, piggybacking off the, I'm going to start with the shorter story first. Piggybacking off of that, the doll thing. This time last year, I just went through separation, so I was like, it was months and months later, but I'm still looking to like fill my space and like get some weird shit in here to like, you know, be myself and all that. And so I I came across this marketplace ad for an estate sale of a Wiccan woman. I'm all in. Like that's sick. Like sounds exactly like what I wanted. I also wanted like Halloween decorations and stuff, and she had like just the biggest collection. So I found another person, you know, for safety reasons, and we went out to this this estate thing that you could only book by appointment, and in the middle of nowhere. So we went one night, and I went through everything. She had thousands of books on just like paganism and Celtic stuff, and just Halloween decorations for days. So I took
Sounds like
a
she had
lot
the
of
works.
stuff. What?
Sounds like she had the works. Like
She did, yeah. I'm assuming that like she's just me, like in the future though. Like I'm assuming I was just like
I could see that.
came back, I guess. She's still alive, by the way. This wasn't she's in a nursing home right now, but she is still alive. Anyway,
Are you being forced to keep tabs on this woman?
no,
Or do you-
I feel weird about taking people's like, well, not taking people's stuff. I'm not just like stealing their shit after they die, but like
It really sounds like you are.
I'm not a grave robber, okay? I want some old stuff because I like old things. There's like really cool apothecary bottles in there from like the 1920s, which was like local to like Rochester, which was, it's not where I live, but like it's still like relatively close. So that stuff was cool. Anyway, so I bought like a lot of stuff. I shoved all this stuff into one of those old steamer trunks, I think it would be called. Really old, all the leather and stuff on it is broken. Really horrible chest, but I love it, so whatever. So I stuffed everything in there, and then I was just about to leave, and I started going through the plushies, which was like mostly just like cats and like little things. But I was like, I need to look at all these plushies. I'm not gonna buy any of them because like I don't really like secondhand plushies. Is something about that just creeps me out.
Yeah,
but
I would always be worried
pile.
about that. Like any cloth or fabric that could potentially have bed bugs. I definitely get that.
Yeah,
exactly
anything
what I
with like stuffing on the inside, I don't want. I don't want to know what's in there.
That's fair.
So I got to the bottom of this pile, and I found the most beautiful woman I've ever laid eyes on.
Oh God. Oh God. Dear fucking Lord.
Luckily, I have pictures of her, which Ian will flash up on the screen.
So somebody else is going to have to edit this episode.
That's fair.
It's fine.
You know what? That's really fair.
I grabbed her. I took her home. She's a homemade doll of I don't even know what. Maybe like I don't know how you make like those
Cum
like paste.
tissues.
Oh yeah, maybe like how like you would make like paper mache, but probably with like cum and then like dead skin cells, and so you mix that all together. You make Miss Gertie. She's beautiful. She's in like this white robe, hollow out eyes, one singular piece of hair strands from the top of her head. Beautiful. I was so excited.
I'm sure, instead of just using cum randomly, you could probably put it into like paper mache mix, and then just.
Well, I'm not saying you like the entirety of it was just cum and skin flakes. I'm saying that like you're mixing it in with the paper mache.
Oh, okay.
I'll get back to you. I'll figure out. I'll do some experimenting. Anyway, so
I would listen.
I don't want to know how you test for that.
I look. I don't need another Miss Gertie to look at. I almost don't want to show the viewers because I don't think they need to be haunted by this thing either.
They don't.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So speaking of, the haunted doll collection that we were just talking about, my sister collects haunted dolls, and I seen this, instantly fell in love with it. I was like, I kind of want to keep this for myself, but like, if I don't, like, I'll give it to her. So took Miss Gertie home. I was really, really excited. My roommate here, my other roommate, is also into like occult, apothecary, random nonsense. So I was going through and showing him everything that I had got. Miss Gertie, her name, was the last thing in there. So I was so excited to show him this doll, but he is instantly terrified of it. Says, I don't want it in this house. It's like, it's really making me uncomfortable. Like, I told him that I was just thinking about giving it to my sister. So like I might not stay in the house anyway, but he practically was like begging, like you have to get her to take it like as soon as possible. And like,
that's a normal reaction that any human being would see when they first see Miss Gertie, like 100%.
Miss Gertie is fucking terrifying, and I feel like anybody who watches this podcast episode and sees her on the screen, I'm so sorry, viewers, they are going to agree.
100%.
All right, well,
like
I'll drop.
Listeners are blessed, viewers are not.
Right, 100%. But like a normal reaction of somebody finding that in a thing is to immediately drop it, be horrified, get back on the car, and get the fuck out. Like that's the normal reaction. You did not have a normal reaction.
Have you seen the movie like Hereditary? Have you seen the movie like Paranormal Activity? Anything that
what does
has to do with
Paranormal Activity
demons.
Have to do with Miss Gertie?
Yeah. What does Hereditary have to do with the dolls either? There's no dolls in those movies.
There's not, but they're demons.
You could have said Annabelle, like Dead Silence, even Goosebumps.
Dead Silence is a good movie.
I've never seen Dead Silence.
Oh my god,
it's really good.
Another James Wan, Leigh Whannell.
Oh really? Oh, I have to watch that. Okay.
Anywho, so I was showing him everything. I was rock hard on Snapchat during that time, so I was taking a lot of things on Snapchat and showing people on there, my followers, if you will. So I was like, okay, like I will give it to my sister. get over yourself. We'll figure this out together. So he was like, I don't even want to look at it. Like, can you put it away or something? So I had the chest, that steamer chunk, just like me. The steamer trunk set up like on my couch. So I just kind of like put her in there, politely put her in there, and then I closed the lid to take a picture of the steamer trunk itself to also add to my little collection. I was in the Snapchat app this first time that this happened. But when I took the picture, it made like the little flashy thing, but it didn't take a picture. But then it started making this like whooshing sound. Like my phone itself started making like this like whoosh. I probably clipped the mic. Probably couldn't even hear that, but but it was like essentially it sounded like waves, like continuous waves, like hitting the beach essentially. And so I was like, well, that's weird. And like I looked over at my roommate, who is like a true like hardcore believer in all paranormal, whereas like I'm with Zach, where like a lot of weird things has happened, but like I feel like I don't know, I'm still kind of skeptical, probably. Because
I feel like a lot more things have happened to you than happened to me, for sure. But you also put yourself in those positions way more than I ever have.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but all right.
You go to haunted houses. You go to like paranormal places.
All right, that was only like 5 times. Like
5 more times than me. I mean, okay. All right, 4 more times.
Let's be honest.
To
any amount of times is too many times.
Probably, maybe. But yeah, I've been to a haunted penitentiary, but that is the only place I've ever been to, personally.
Well, yeah, living within that distance of that penitentiary, I think like you just have to, right? Is that the one that I'm thinking of, like that West Virginia one or something?
Yeah. It's really famous in that area. It's really cool, and they put on a hell of a show for their
course
Halloween
they do.
And haunted house sort of thing. Amazing. But
yeah, that's the reason why I have like this is my trust issues reason with like paranormal stuff, is that it's all for the views. Like I don't want to see Zach Bagans' Bedad's booty out there. Like I don't
hate
care.
That guy. He's so bad. It's such a terrible,
it's all for the views, and it's all spooky all the time. Like why can't there just be like one ghost that's like funny? Like there's like you just gotta like have some cool guys in there somewhere.
Shameless.
Actually, I will say that the only time I like being like seeing a lot of haunted material like that, and a lot of stuff for the views and everything. One of the best ones I've seen is Shane and Ryan.
Yeah, I think I know their names. That's exactly what I was going to bring up. I think they're from BuzzFeed originally, aren't they?
Yeah, 100%. Let me look.
One believes it, the other one doesn't.
Okay. Yeah, and they're really funny, but they actually like they tell all the history about the locations. They make jokes. They're and like the one guy who's like actively funny about it and like doesn't believe at all. He tries to like antagonize the ghosts in really funny ways. He does a great job.
He does, and it bothers the other guy.
It's so funny.
The ghosts. Why is there no funny ghosts?
So
all the ghosts are so serious.
Here. My ghost is on Twitch. Woo!
Your ghost?
Yeah, I'm doing a whole thing for Halloween.
Oh. That's awesome.
So confused.
They're called Watcher, by the way, on YouTube.
Gotcha.
They're just called Watcher, and they are great, by the way, if anybody wants to check them out. But yeah, anyway.
All right. I like that name. Anywho, okay, so where'd I leave off? Okay, I took the picture. My roommate was sitting next to me and was making that whooshing sound, and I was like, well, that's weird. And he's like, Sammy, get rid of the doll. And I was like, bro, it's fine. Like, my phone's just being a goofy little guy, obviously. No. So I tried again on the Snapchat app. It did the same exact thing. It tried to take a picture, didn't take a picture. That sound went off. Excuse my dog. She would also like to talk about Halloween because her birthday is a couple days before Halloween. So she's just really excited about this ghost story.
Who wouldn't
She's seen this all out. Like she's seen this all unfold too. She was real scared.
Oh, poor Nugget.
So I took the second shot. It did the same exact thing. Made the whooshing sound. Turned to him. Is my phone's it's clearly just Snapchat. Like Snapchat's just having a moment. Like, give me a second. So I close Snapchat, open up my like regular camera on my phone, go to take a picture. It saves the picture this time, but it still makes the whooshing sound, which is extremely loud for something that like my phone's usually like on silent or vibrate. I can't remember what it was on that day specifically, but it was incredibly loud. So my roommate looked at me and said, "Can you just do me a favor and take Miss Gertie out of the box and then try to take the picture again?" And I was like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, but okay. So I took Miss Gertie out and I put her on the couch, and then I took a picture of the chest again. Didn't make the noise.
Of course it didn't.
And then I opened Snapchat again. It didn't make the noise when I took the picture on Snapchat. Yeah, so I took Miss Gertie to my sister's house the next day, and she has lived happily ever after with all of her other doll friends. I'm sure that they're jamming up a storm over there, whatever ghost dolls do. I did have one. She gifted me one. I used to have a clown collection. So she gifted me a haunted jester for my birthday one year. Nothing happened with it though.
I'm so glad you don't have that anymore. Just really, that was definitely up there as one of the creepier things that you have found, that you've had in your possession. Not a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not a big. It's not like I'm really scared of clowns or dolls, but that one in particular was just extra creepy. It was creepier than the one from Poltergeist, for sure.
She made me happy. I don't know why. Can't explain it. She just made me happy.
See,
it makes me happy that she's not here.
Yeah.
It makes me happy that if I ever visit you guys, she won't be there.
Yes. I'm so excited to do the podcast in person.
I would love to. I would absolutely love to.
Yeah, that'd be great. So, speaking of that, she did get her debut on YouTube under Over Easy Eggs.
I believe that was
is that what it's called?
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is a streamer that my sister likes a lot. She told people to send in pictures of their like honest desk setup, so not when it's all like pretty and stuff, just like how it normally would be. And my sister has like her dolls spread out everywhere. Of course, Miss Gertie's right in the middle. And then she got to be the thumbnail too. So it was I was really excited
right next
for her.
to the Fatussi.
Fatussi, yeah, Fatussi. I can't pronounce it. I don't think it needs to be pronounced.
I don't think it should have ever been thought of.
Yeah,
I'm so proud gross. Of her, you know? Her and Miss Gertie.
Pride's a weird thing to have for that kind of thing. I think. This is very strange.
Yeah. I'm not a fan.
No,
of what exactly?
I'm not a fan of either of those things, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I'm even like I'm even less of a fan of Miss Gertie.
Just the fact that she has like hollowed out eyes and like just all of it, all of what she represents is just a bad time.
She looks like a reject, like a reject for Halloween Town in fucking Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas, yeah, I could see that.
Like
for sure.
she's
Beautiful.
she was too scary for that town.
Well, right. Think about how many people have Nightmare Before Christmas tattoos, or knickknacks or stickers on their car. What? So beautiful.
There's a difference between a beloved Halloween style movie and a horrifically made doll.
Miss Gertie. Yeah. Miss Gertie is the new horror low.
Yeah, well, I guess it depends on who you talk to, right? High or low, right? So low as in like it's like the thing you don't want to see, but also
Exactly.
like people who don't want to see or don't want to see stuff love that sort of stuff. So yeah, I guess it depends on
She's
the
beautiful.
person.
Anyway,
Nobody wants to
half
see
of the
that.
people watching this agree with me because they've laid eyes on Miss Gertie and are also in love just the way that I am. Speaking of love, my next story is a tragic love story of loss. So whenever
doubts, by
you
the
guys
way.
are whenever you're mentally ready for that one, let me know. Do you have any more questions about Miss Gertie or where she is, what her address is?
If I ever come and, visit you guys, I ask that we never visit your sister.
Well, she's like 3 minutes down the street, so I'll just borrow Miss Gertie for the day, and then
no. I
If
think
you want to chase him away,
I
my
think
God.
I'll just go ahead and never come to your area.
Oh man, come on,
I don't want a
did
chance being around that thing.
Sammy, don't do this. I want to see the man in person. Come on.
You guys can
Okay,
come visit
fine.
me without Miss Gertie.
Well, you're just getting her to want to bring Miss Gertie to your house. You know that, right?
You bring
yeah,
Miss
that's
Gertie to my
true.
house, and I'm calling the cops.
Miss Gertie goes on a road trip. Oh my god!
Hell the fuck no.
Oh my god! That's like a TV show waiting to happen. I love it. Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah.
That would
So
sell.
what's your other story?
Okay, yeah, this one you guys have never heard before, just like the other one. So, this is as I said, a tragic love story of love and loss. I, a very long time ago, probably 10 or so years ago, was very much into urban photography. I took a trip with a couple friends to like the New York City area. We got to see like a lot of different, there's like Letchworth Penitentiary, maybe it was called. There was Letchworth, there was different asylums, there was just like random abandoned buildings. I cannot for the life of me remember what this one was, but it is an asylum that was a couple hours outside of New York City. We had to park in a Home Depot parking lot and walk like a mile or two into like just forest and grass to get there. There wasn't like any type of parking lot, especially because like when you got closer to the building, it was just like grass that was as tall as your waist. Just like a heads up, I guess I would say, like, sorry, I got sidetracked by lines and words. Let me start that over.
Are you giving people a trigger warning?
No, sorry, I'm not at all. I'm
I think the trigger warning is just this channel.
Miss Gertie. Yeah.
Miss Gertie is its own category.
I might come with trigger warnings, honestly.
Same.
Okay, so
Pretty much.
I'll start off with saying like we went to like a dozen or so places. This was like one of the last places that we were going to. Nothing had happened like at any of these places. We did it a lot around like the Buffalo Niagara Falls area too. So there was like, we've been to dozens of these places. I've never really had anything weird happen other than like the building creaking, which like is an old building, blah, 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 blah. And so the only other thing that I had happen was like I got really emotional and like crying and then started laughing in one of these places. That was about it. So anyway, I obviously being a skeptical, or being a spectacle, being a skeptic, I didn't really care. Like I wasn't like scared to go in these places. If anything, I was like scared of like homeless people like trying to shank me or something. Or trying to get
That's
me
fair.
to like buy their mixtapes. I don't know. But like,
Sounds like Hollywood.
times are tough. So we got to this building. There was like this huge like moat thing dug up around it. We had to like throw our bags across it to jump over it. There's like these forums online where you could get like all these different locations and people would like give you their tips and tricks of like getting into the building and how they did it and like what to look out for and this and that. there's a lot of warnings about this place, just being that it was super old and not attended, and the grass and everything was boarded up. Especially like the first floor was just completely boarded up, where this was like a maintenance like entrance that somebody got like unhooked. So we got to the side little maintenance thing, and the door is like super heavy. It was like metal or something, and like it had wood all over it. It was like decaying but super heavy. So we we got the door to go inward, I think, and then we had to put a bunch of stuff under it because it was going to swing shut. And so we got like a bunch of light to flow in because the like I said, the rest of the rest of the place was all boarded up. So after we got a bunch of light into this place, I locked eyes with the most beautiful painting of a clown I've ever seen in my life, just sitting on the floor of this insane asylum. It was painted on a record. There was a signature on it, and I was so excited. I just like dropped whatever the fuck was going on. They were like trying to like, fortify the door open and stuff. And I'm like, no, like this is priority. So I went over to it. I grabbed it. I was looking at it, the signature, and flipping it over because I was just like so intrigued with this thing. I was just totally infatuated. So I started like shoving it into my bag like immediately. And everybody's like, are you trying to fucking break it? Like, what are you doing? And I was like, that's fair. I should probably just like grab it on the way back, being that this is the only exit. So I put this dusty friggin' vinyl back down on the ground because everything is just caked in dust, like just years of dust. So we go in. It's beautifully overgrown. This is like I want to say like September, so everything was still like super like super overgrown and pretty from like the summer, and then like leaves were like just starting to change. So it was absolutely beautiful. Some like Last of Us shit in there.
I was just gonna say, it definitely sounds like Last of Us sort of territory.
Yeah, it definitely that was the feel. I was totally in love with it. That's like the perfect place for urban photography for sure.
Okay, so side note, I want to visit this place.
I know. I have no idea what it's called. I'm gonna have to reach out. I don't talk to the people that I went with anymore. I don't. Yeah, but I can figure it out. But
yeah, like we do. For listeners, me and Sammy are roommates, but we do live a significant distance from New York City.
Yes, it is. It was like a 6-hour drive to get to this. I don't know how close it was to the city. Like I said, it was like an hour or two. We went like all over the outside of New York City doing all this. Anyway, so we started to explore the downstairs, and of course, like don't take me on adventures. Like anybody that has played video games with me knows this, but like the ADHD, like just side quest part of my brain like takes over whenever I go into these places, because I just instantly I was like, oh hey, there's a basement over here, I want to go down there. And so I just skedaddled to the basement. There was like a dentist office down there, which of course is like super creepy, like being like a decayed like dentist office in a basement of a sane asylum. Like that's like grade A spooky stuff. Anyway, so right next to the dentist office was this huge like daycare area, and then like the like kids stuff was all down there. So like I kind of went through, and like of course like I'm 5 years old, so I went in and I started playing with all the toys because something's clearly wrong with me. I got distracted.
I definitely relate with the ADHD thing, because I feel like in that sort of environment, I do that with games a little bit, but in that sort of environment, I would definitely just be like the what I'm drawn to the most. I would just be gone.
Yeah, like, I can't wait for other people to like, whatever they're doing. I'm just like, I'm gone. But yeah, there was a lot of weird stuff mixed in with the kid stuff, as you could probably imagine. So we didn't, after they caught up with me, we didn't spend a lot of time down there. My friend, had a young daughter at the time, so it was like seemed a little triggering for him. So we got out of there, went back to the first floor, kept exploring, and we did a bunch of photography in there. We eventually got to like the second floor, which like everything was boarded up, like I said, except for like when you got to the second floor, there was plywood like busted out. Like you could technically jump down if you needed to, but probably not recommended. So we spent a lot of time there. It was probably like a couple hours, and then the sun started to set, and we were like, it's getting extremely dark in here. Like we should probably go. One thing that I didn't mention before is that we cracked glow sticks wherever we went. So like we were leaving breadcrumbs for ourselves essentially, because the place was a maze and like we couldn't.
You gotta find your way out.
Couldn't figure it out. Yeah. And
Did
we
you guys
also
take that
watched
from a movie?
Yes. So wait, no. I don't know. The glow sticks things, maybe. But I was going to say, we did just watch Grave Encounters the night before, which is literally.
Love that movie.
Yeah. So it's like these, the spoiler alert, I guess, like these people go to do like a lock-in insane asylum, and it's like terrifying and the worst happens. And then the next morning when they go to like take the lock off to leave, they open the door and like the front door is actually just a door to another wing of the asylum. And then it starts over again, and like so they just can't get out. So we're just like, this place is a maze. Like we have to like leave ourselves something, because, PTSD, and then immediately going into a situation like that.
That's fair.
So cracking glow sticks, leaving stuff for each other. We ended up going off in so many directions that like the glow sticks didn't really help. Once we started once we got back downstairs and we were trying to follow them. The weirdest part that like I legitimately just can't explain. These glow sticks were under like inches of dirt and dust, which like to this time, like I cannot explain it. There's nothing that like as much as like I want to be a skeptic about it, like I have no idea. Like somebody else so like message me and tell me like what could have happened, but they were covered in dust. They were still glowing. They were a lot dimmer than they were before. We'd been in there for a couple hours. I don't know how long glow sticks are supposed to glow for, but they were super dim. They were hard to see under all the dust. So we started following them. We got turned around a couple times. But we went into this like one hallway, and we were like, this looks like where we should go, because there's like a glow sticks leading up to it, but it can't be it because the door is closed and locked. And, so we like went back out. We were looking around for a while. We ended up on the opposite wing. It was getting way too dark. We like could not figure out what was going on. So we kind of started to panic. We went back to the door that like we originally did. Like sure as shit, like that is the door that we should have come in. The door was like, it was propped open. Like we had a bunch of stuff open to keep it open. But all of it was gone, like the wood planks or whatever that they were using, and like the big logs and all that stuff was just missing. We just didn't know where it was. It wasn't outside the door by the time we got it open. It wasn't inside. So the door was just closed and it was locked, with whatever, like there was like a slidey thing. And then, like I said before, like all the glow sticks were covered in dust and debris as we were leaving. So we were like spooked by this point. We're like, all right, let's get out of here. So we swung the door open. Everybody's leaving. And I was like, wait a second. I need to grab my record. And they're like, Sammi, you have mental illness. Call your therapist. And I was like, I don't have time. I gotta get my record. So I turned around and headed back towards the door.
You're telling me you don't have them on speed dial at the time?
Speed dial. Yeah, probably should. As I said, this was a story of love and loss. My record was not there. He had left me, probably for another woman, as they do. And so as though I was collapsing with grief and screaming, they ripped me out of the building so that we could run, because we started to hear noises and we weren't sure what they were.
That sounds like a good call.
Yeah.
So Yeah, they took me out.
If it makes you,
and then we ran.
if it makes you feel any better, women leave me for other men and women, so I feel it.
Well, I mean, this was a record that left me for somebody, so
I know. I mean,
this is
I
rough.
feel it.
Yeah. So the only thing I can think of is that like maybe somebody, like another urban explorer was there, and that like they took the record, they closed the door when they left, maybe, but like
That
we
would
didn't hear
explain some
anybody in the
dust.
building. Yeah, like maybe they just like kicked dust like over the glow sticks or something. But
Yeah.
like that's the only thing that I can think of to explain it. Like as much as like it
Could've
was a
been a
cool
transient.
story and it was
And they
scary.
were like, "Ooh, look! I can sell this on my rug outside."
Yeah. They're like, fuck these kids.
Yeah.
Ooh, free record.
So glow sticks can last anywhere from 4 to 24 hours.
Okay, so
Interesting.
that's weird then. Because there's no way that we were in that building for more than 2 hours.
Well, if you're in there
Okay.
for 2 hours, glow sticks, if they are only going to last 4 hours, like they're going to start
okay.
dimming. Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that was just it. And then like with the dust and stuff on top of it. See, this is why I'm a skeptic, because everything could technically be explained. So
Technically.
but it was still like super freaky in the moment. So that was
I would
probably
have been freaked out. I would 100% been freaked out in that
Yeah.
moment, especially with the dust and watching that movie after. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Yeah,
watching it.
my god,
I need to watch
Yeah.
that movie again.
me
Mhm.
too.
It's good.
Mhm.
Tis the season.
Tis the season
Tis.
indeed.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
but that's my story of love and loss, and
We need to
I'm
go-
still in therapy for that loss. and grief.
Specifically for that loss.
You never got that record deal, huh?
So
Yeah.
we need to go and record deal. We Zach, you're a man after my own heart. So what I'm hearing is when I come and ever get the chance to visit you guys is we have to go visit this insane asylum. Excuse me, as I can't talk. And try to find this record.
Okay, well, it's a 6-hour trip from me, so
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay, just tack on another 6 hours or whatever you have to drive.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of
I mean,
weird places that we know over here. So
I thought
mean,
about-
for days.
Yeah, there's a lot in the area, just in general. Yeah.
Have you ever been to Niagara Falls, U.S. side? It's terrifying. Everything's abandoned.
Never been further than Ohio.
Oh, that's the farthest east you've been?
Rip.
I've been all the way to
Wow.
Los Angeles.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Farthest
I lived
west
in
I've
Los
been
Angeles
is
when you
Seattle.
met me.
Right, that's right. Yeah.
Ugh, I want to go to Seattle so bad.
Seattle was really cool. That was probably the most normal I ever felt, because being a night owl myself, and staying up so late, like being there 3 hours behind or ahead of us, right? Or yeah,
Behind.
Yeah, 3 hours behind us. That whenever I like woke up, I like as I normally do in the middle of the day, I was like, oh shit! Like everybody else is awake and it's 9 a.m. or whatever the fuck time
I
it
had my
was.
whole
I was
day
like,
ahead of
just,
me.
yeah, it was just like, oh, I feel normal here. And like the fact it was raining all the time and everybody was like super pleasant. It was a great place to go. I highly recommend anybody visiting Seattle. It's a great place.
I would recommend Los Angeles for you in a way,
Mhm.
but at the same time, no. It just depends. If you're a big city person, it's awesome.
Mhm.
It's amazing. If you have money, it's awesome. It's amazing.
Mhm.
If you're neither of those things, you're gonna live in hell.
Mm.
Shit.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of homeless issues in LA and San Francisco. I've heard better things about San Francisco.
Funny enough,
Um,
they're worse in
mhm.
San Francisco.
They are worse there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, so like when I first moved to Los Angeles, I was like right downtown and I was next to the homeless shelter. There was very often that there were sidewalk fires just going.
Oh, okay.
Like-
They were like camping out,
Yeah.
sort of idea.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when you said that, I was like, they just like they're lighting
No,
the sidewalks
no.
with gasoline, like tire tracks from Back to the Future.
So weird that I've always wanted to visit a tent city. That's weird, right?
A little bit.
Yeah, well, why?
The
Yeah.
reason why
I
I
don't
say
know.
it, because like I've always kind of wanted to until look, this is by no means me trying to insult homeless people. They can't help their position. Most times they can't help the position they're in. If you've ever smelled a homeless person before,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
do you really want to go and smell a tent city homeless person?
I know it's difficult.
Outside of that, like, I'm gonna be real with you. If I were to ever start a business, the first place I'm going is to Tent City and be like, hey, I need a good salesman.
Right?
Why?
What?
What do you?
Because
like, oh,
they're look, they look, they, realistically speaking, they are fantastic at getting people to spend more and more on them. They just really are.
Oh, okay. I was wondering where you were coming at that, because I was just like, yeah, that's interesting.
One, it would give them jobs, but two, it would also they would earn me the money I need.
Huh, interesting. That's cool. That's a really good way of seeing that, like seeing sales. Huh.
Yeah, I mean it in the way of like I would want to go there like to do something helpful, not just like ogle at a bunch of people and like take pictures or something weird.
So that's not as weird, but also I don't think it's a weird idea to go and see a tent city, because I think it could be eye-opening in a way.
For sure. Your point of view, Ian, for that is like the way more like helpful and more wholesome version of I'm not sure if you guys remember like watching the Chappelle Show, but they had a whole, maybe it wasn't, it was like a Daily Show skit, but it was called Bumbertizing, where they used the signs of homeless people to advertise on.
I don't think I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, it was really, I mean, it was a funny skit at the time. Now it feels super, like, definitely not of the time, but it feels very tone deaf and very shitty. But at the time, it was very funny.
Yeah, so I mean, like, having lived in Los Angeles, honestly, like, the homeless people there were chill as fuck. Like, people like to talk shit on homeless people, and I don't know why, but they were honestly so fucking chill.
Yes, that's so shitty.
Yeah. I mean, like, be realistic here, and we'll get into my story after, but be realistic here. Like, you were sitting in the sun all the time. You're dehydrated some days. You are without food for a good amount of time for days. You're going to go a little bit crazy. You just are.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's totally understandable.
Especially if you have like addiction problems on top of it. Like, that's just like heartbreaking.
It is.
My God. Yeah.
And in like addiction and the way they view it in general is awful, but I think addiction and the way they view it with homelessness is just terrible, because like a lot of these homeless individuals, they'll talk about it. And I don't remember who it was, but this lady had done an interview with a homeless person, and she was like, why are you going out and doing drugs? Like, we're working really hard to get you off of these. Like, what is drawing you back? And they're like, you try to keep yourself warm at night without them.
Yeah. Like without alcohol, like, because I know alcohol can keep you really warm. I mean, like, that makes sense.
It doesn't actually keep you warm. There'd be a lot of homeless
in that area.
It makes you feel warm.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Right. I'm
alcohol
sorry.
thins your blood.
Yes. Right. It feels as though, right. Yeah. I'm sorry. I knew that. It was just one of those things. Anyway. But oh God, I drew a blank. We can cut this. I'm so sorry.
No, we're good.
No, let's go back into mansplaining to Zach how alcohol doesn't make you actually warm.
But yeah, so like realistically speaking to the listeners and viewers, drinking in cold climates, it doesn't necessarily mix. If you're gonna drink in a cold climate, stay inside.
Completely. I completely agree. But like, that's the reason why there are so many homeless and unhoused people, is because in San Francisco and Los Angeles, is because it's always good weather there, right? You don't have to worry about the cold for the most part.
Yeah. The coldest that I think it got while I was there was like 45 degrees.
Yeah, that's definitely way more livable than most places in the country, and you don't have to worry about starving out in like a desert of like Nevada or something like that, or Arizona.
Oh, dude, the look, I have a story about being cold out in fucking New Mexico. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, I forgot about freezing temperatures at night.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
that's right. Fuck.
The
Yeah.
freezing temperatures at night really just don't happen in Los Angeles. I'm not sure about San Fran, but definitely not in Los Angeles. Like I said, like the coldest it got while I was there was that 45 degrees. But also, like, another thing for homeless individuals there is like it barely rains. Like while I was living there, it was just a freak incident of just torrential rains happening.
Oh yeah, there was a giant drought in California for years, right?
Yeah, and that put them ahead for a bit, only a bit. But also, there was also a fucking tornado in downtown Los Angeles while I was living there.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like
Is
I
it
brought
at
the
all
fucking
flat?
huh?
Is it at all flat? Like, is it a flat terrained area?
Downtown Los Angeles, I would say, is more flat, but no, it's not flat, and it's
What
not
year
something
was that?
2022 or 2023, I don't remember.
You know, that's the same year that Miss Gertie was built.
Like she has a tag on the back of her, built in 2023. What the fuck?
You literally said
goddamn
2
monument.
years, like 2 different years, and I'm like, yeah, that year she was built that year.
I don't believe you, but also I don't like the fact that could be the case. But no, so I moved from Indiana to Texas, and like it was just like the year that I moved to Texas, they had that terrible snowstorm.
Oh yeah, really?
Then I moved from Texas to Arizona, and I was told like it maybe rains 8 times a year. It rained half the time I was there. And then I moved from
So
Arizona to Los Angeles, and it was just torrential rains often.
weird. Huh.
And it doesn't rain in Los Angeles. The weather follows me.
That's really
Yeah,
weird.
I guess so. Well, it's already record-breaking snow here, so maybe don't bring it here because I don't think we could survive. Like it's too bad.
I don't know how much time we have, but we're getting close, or we're getting close to an hour. Do you want to save your ghost story, Ian, for the next episode?
No, we can talk about it. I
Yeah,
can get
get
through
it.
All right.
So,
Power through.
when I was about this is the story of the shadow that followed me, and no, it was not my own.
I just wasn't expecting that.
Me. That's great.
So when I was about 13, a friend and I, we wanted to go watch that Paranormal Activity movie that had like come out that year, and it was like the middle of winter, it was snowing and shit like that, and his dad and his dad's girlfriend were like, cool, well, yeah, we can go take you to watch that. And we went and saw it, and like we were leaving the movie theaters, and they're like, oh, that was so freaky, like the blah blah blah. They're like convinced it was real, and I was like, it can't be real because they can't show murder in movie theaters. It's like it's you can't show actual murder in movie theaters. Like,
I feel like I knew a lot of people around that time that thought that movie was actually real.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
a
no,
lot
it
of
was
people
a
did.
huge part of
Bizarre.
the PR stuff, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was the type of PR that movie got, I think, was similar to the type of PR that
For Blair Witch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was just similar and not the same, but similar for sure. And
Quick aside, do
yeah.
you guys think that would ever? Do you think we'll ever get that type of thing again on a mass scale, like the Blair Witch or Paranormal Activity, where people actually believe that something was like actually real or like actually recorded?
with the age where we are in the internet and the age where we are with AI, and even now, no, not at all.
Right.
I think the only
So
way
sad.
we would believe it or start to believe it is if we got some media, which I'm going to blank this out. Some media again, like that fucking
God, no.
yeah.
Oh, dear Lord.
I've never seen it. I don't want to see
Why
it.
would you do that to me?
Don't worry, it's going to be blurred out because I don't think anybody should watch that film.
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's true.
absolutely not.
But
I've only-
you saw it, Sammy? I'm assuming.
Uh-huh.
I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm
Yeah.
Sure
so
did.
sorry. I'm so sorry. There is just some media that should not be created.
Yep.
Anyway, I unless it's like that, I don't think we'll ever get anything that will be believable to that scale.
So unfortunate, I guess.
Kind of, but at the same time, like, look at horror nowadays. Horror just isn't scary like it used to be.
That's true.
Horrors just aren't like they used to be.
goddamn lemon stealing horrors.
Goddamn lemon stealing horrors.
I feel like I have to take a Xanax right now. Sorry.
I don't know if that's because of what I did to you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that is what you did to me.
I'm so fucking sorry. But anyway, so they were like they were in the spooky mood, so we were like, okay, yeah, like, you know, let's go see something spooky. And there was this house that looks like it was converted from a barn, but there was this house near my hometown that was supposedly like extremely haunted and everything. And at this time, I believed in nothing. I was just like, everything can be explained, the whole fucking nine, which I still, for the most part, believe in that whole skepticism of like everything could be explained. But this story made me stop believing it as hardcore. So they're gassing this place up, to explaining the place up to me, you know, explaining the place to me, why it's so scary. Like, my friend's cousin had like broken in the place with a couple of his friends, and they got up to this is like a 3-story house, by the way, with a basement. So they got up to like the top floor, and the friends freaked out and like left, and they're standing outside and they're looking at the window, they're yelling at them to get out, and the cousin's just like, you guys are being pussies, like this is just nothing, like you guys are just really just being such pansies about this whole thing. And they're like, there is somebody behind you, get out. And he's like, what? And then the door slams behind him, opens up, and he just hears this really loud girl from behind him. And he's like, oh, fuck that. And he like bolts down the stairs, breaks his ankle in the midst of doing this. Ooh. Bolts down the stairs, is still running down the stairs with a broken ankle, and gets outside.
Oh.
And they look back up, and there is like something standing in the window where he was. And they're like, fuck that. And I was like, why is this the first time I'm hearing this story? Like, I've known you for years. Like, you're being a little jokester, being a little prankster. And they're like, no. Like, even their aunt that uses a walker for everything. Like, I've never seen her not use a walker. Apparently she's like a medium of some sorts. And so they took her there to like suss the place out after that incident, to figure out like what could have scared them so bad. And they get her onto the property, and she starts walking on the property for a second. And then she picks up her walker and runs back to the truck, and she's like, we have to leave. Fuck this place, essentially.
Wow.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
So was she faking it, or did she? Was she
just faking it the entire time?
I think she was hurting
Gotcha.
after. I think she was hurting after. I've never seen her not use a walker. So it was just like, oh wow, okay, that's like, you guys could be like bullshitting me, it's whatever. And we get up to this house that's out in the middle of the country, next to like a reservoir, the whole nine. And it's snowing, and they're like, whenever we take pictures, like, you're gonna see orbs, it's gonna be crazy, you're gonna lose your mind. I was like, it's snowing, of course I'm gonna see quote unquote orbs. You know, it's snow.
Right.
Anyway, I
never gave a lot of like gravity to orbs. I guess like it would always felt to me like dust particles,
snow, shit like that.
Yeah,
it's just like
never
a
felt
camera abnormality, right?
Yeah.
Like
right.
for me, that like
it
I
could
spent a
be
lot of
the
time behind
camera is
cameras
dirty.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, completely. And yeah, anyway.
And that's what I've always kind of believed. But so we start to pull over the property. I'm the back seat of this truck. My stomach's fine. My stomach's perfectly fine, right?
Mine too. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. So we pull over the property. My body goes over the property and my stomach just turns. I feel sick. I feel gross. I feel like I just got punched in the gut like 100 different times. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh yeah, like it's just like you guys gassed it up. Like, of course I'm feeling like sick. Like, I feel gross. I feel, and they're like, no, like wait till you see these pictures. They start taking pictures of the place and there's like orbs everywhere. And I'm like, oh, it could be the snow. And they're like, explain this fucking huge orb right here. I was like, it's the light. The light's reflecting wrong. And they're like, no, you're just taking all the fun out of this. And I was like, nah, it's the light. It's fine. And we go to leave and we get back home. And we're talking about it, and I look it up, and of course, Paranormal Activity is a fake movie. And I'm like, I told you guys. I fucking told you guys. You didn't believe
Not a real
me.
movie.
Yeah.
We were just watching a Phantom movie.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist. It wasn't on film.
Okay, it was not based on real things.
Right.
Leave me alone. So anyway, I am convinced that the events that took place after this happened because of visiting that house. I'm absolutely convinced of it. So some time goes by. It's still winter. I am upstairs in my bedroom just playing The Simpsons Hit and Run. And
nice.
As one does.
Exactly. At 13, 100% as one does. Anyway, I'm playing this game. My door's open. My TV's on the same wall that my door is. My door is like in my peripherals, and it's open the whole nine. And my bedroom's right next to the stairs. You go down the hall. My sister's room's down the hall, across the hall from my dad's room. And I'm playing, and I hear footsteps come up the stairs and walk down the hall. I'm not paying attention. I'm just playing this fucking game. A few seconds later, my sister's like, Did you just walk down the hall and like go back to your room? I was like, no. She's like, I could have swore I heard you. I was like, well, is dad home? This would be around the time he's home. She's like, I don't think so. So we go to check his room. His room's pitch black. His closet's pitch black because he has like one of those walk-in closets. His bathroom is pitch black. Everything in there is just dark. No lights on. They're like, okay, that's weird, whatever. So we go in a room and start talking, and like a little bit later, my dad comes home, still has snow on his shoulders. And it's like, oh, that's
Daddy
weird.
Wasn't home.
Daddy was not home.
Just like mine, but permanently.
Oh.
Sorry, continue.
Anyway,
I'm sorry. It's so funny. Like, I know Sammy long enough that's funny.
no, that's fair.
I'm so sorry.
No, I get it. 100%. So anyway, some time goes by, and it's the middle of summer now. I'm playing like some games on the family computer in the family room. We have a family room and a living room. It's one big circuit.
You're telling me you stopped playing Simpsons Tapped Out? Come on, you gotta keep playing. You can't stop
Tapped Out?
that game. Hit and run. Hit and run. I'm sorry. Yeah. Fucking Tapped Out. What was I thinking?
I wanted to play games on the computer. There was cool browser games. One was an RPG.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fair. Which one?
Dude, I don't remember. It was forever ago. It was like on coolgames.com or some bullshit.
Oh, fuck yeah. I love addictinggames.com.
It was addicting.
Oh, yeah. Addicting games, yeah.
Hell yeah. Cool.
It was some RPG on there. And anyway,
nice.
Middle of the day, everything's fine. In the living room, there's this big ass bay window. It's like huge. It's like 12 foot wide and like 8 foot tall type of huge, right? I probably got the dimensions wrong on that, but either way, it's fucking huge. And I'm I'm just in the family room. I'm playing this game, and I start hearing my name over and over and over again. It's like all in different tonalities, like Ian, 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 Ian. And I'm like, what the fuck? Hello? No response. I'm like, Mom, Dad, sister. Nothing.
Did it sound like anybody that you knew?
No. But it sounded like it was coming around the area. It sounded like it was in the house, but like from an area that I would not be able to see them from.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, like someone's home just fucking with me. I was like, all right.
You were tested for schizophrenia?
Well,
I just need to know that before we continue.
No.
Oh, all right. Continue, buddy. Everything's good.
You guys aren't in my head at all. I'm not in a white room.
Definitely not.
As I'm actively in a white room right now. So anyway, 10 minutes goes by and I'm still just playing this game. I've completely forgotten about it. And it happens again. I'm like, what the fuck? Ian. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, Mom, Dad, sister, and my brother is like 2 or 3 at the time. I'm like, little brother? And nothing. And I'm like, all right. So I just go back to playing. The moment I touch the keyboard and mouse, immediately I hear this loud fucking crash. Like it sounds like a meteor just came through my fucking like house. And I'm like, oh, and I shit my pants. So I call
As one does.
Yeah. Kmart, ship your pants.
Who hasn't?
So I
I
call
remember that old commercial.
I love that commercial. So I call my dad and I'm like, Dad, like, do you know if anybody's home? Like, I don't know what's going on. Anything like that. My dad works like an hour away at the time. And he's like, no. He's like, why? And I explained to him what happened. He's like, it's probably just the wind, like hitting the bay window. It's fine. And I'm like, I don't know, but all right. And I go in there and I check, like the window's fine. It's a sunny ass fucking day. It is windy that day, but like either way, like it's just a sunny ass day. I'm like, all right, whatever. A few days later, my dad is yelling in the living room and calls my sister and I in there. And he's like, which one of you broke my vase? Because we had this big, like $250 vase on top of this TV cabinet. And like,
it's always a vase. I feel like I said that the last time, but I can't express it. Not the last time because we've never heard the story before.
Yeah,
but
like you did in a premonition that we all 3 had.
Yes. I remember that.
But it's always a vase.
Vividly.
Like, why is it always the vase?
I don't know.
Yeah, that is really weird. It is always a vase, huh?
Maybe because
Ghosts
it's
just really fucking
a
hate
hollow
vases.
object, and like a lot of death revolves around urns. Maybe. Maybe.
I never put that two together.
I just came up with that out of my fucking ass. That's the only thing I can think of.
Do you imagine though, just like being a ghost and you're like, fucking vase. God
Fuck
damn
this
it.
vase.
So
have you guys ever seen
mad.
the show Ghosts? The really funny one.
Oh my
No.
god, I love that show.
Oh yeah, you should give it a shot. It's
Give
pretty
it a
good.
try.
Like yeah. It's one of those things where it's definitely not. It's not creepy or spooky at all. It's just like a really interesting group of people. Like it's just an interesting
like
kind of
different
dynamic.
time
You'll send it to
zones
me.
of ghosts, and then
Yeah,
like
time periods.
Yeah, different-
time zones. They're all different time zones.
shit.
It's just
Maybe I have forever ago.
yeah.
There's
it's
a
been out for
UK
few
version
years.
too, so it
Really?
might be the UK
Ooh.
version. But
I'd
yeah,
love to watch
The
the
UK version
I
would be
know.
funny.
probably.
Oh, I didn't know they
Yeah.
had that. Anyway, no, the reason I bring it up is because there is like a part where like they could try to touch things, but they have to like really touch it, like really push, and like thinking that it's something. If they wanted to push something that was hollow, that would be easier to do that instead of heavier
Oh.
objects. Yeah.
Well,
I thought
Which is
that
funny
a
because
kind
this
of
was a
cool
heavy
idea.
fucking object.
Oh, really?
It was like
Oh,
a 40-pound vase.
God, oh my
course it
god.
was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. All
It was
right.
a heavy
You said hollow,
fucking...
so I was thinking
It
was
is
like,
hollow.
oh, it must be lighter, right? Or
But
was
the material, yeah, it was.
Rest
but the
in peace.
material like made it heavy.
Huh, okay, gotcha.
So but like it was in the center. Like you'd have to push this thing, and it was bulbous. Like it wasn't like one of those like tall vases that are like tall and thin. It was like a bulbous ass vase.
Sorry. Nothing. Continue, please.
Am I using bulbous wrong?
No.
No.
No. It just was. I know where her mind's at. It went extremely sexual. But anyway, continue.
You don't know anything about me.
Definitely not.
Oh,
That
God.
didn't just confirm everything.
Oh, now I'm sweating after that. Bulbous indeed. Let's continue.
I need to know these thoughts. So anyway, yeah, my dad's like yelling at us about this vase that broke, and it's shattered everywhere behind the fucking bulbous vase.
Sorry.
It's shattered behind the fucking like the TV cabinet, and we're like,
what
the
an
fuck?
Inconsiderate ghost too.
I'm saying.
right?
It was
What a piece of
$250
shit.
fucking dollars. Now, granted, my dad
What
got
did
it for
you
like a
do?
fucking steal, but I think he got it for like $40. But
Nice.
yeah,
It's a bargain.
it really is. Anyway, some time goes by. It's still summer. I'm sleeping on the couch in the family room. TV's on, some lights are on, and it's like 11 at night, and I'm having this nightmare. It's like a post-apocalyptic ass nightmare. Like,
The worst.
yeah, demons ass shit, right? And everything in that dream is just going wrong, and it just feels like death and doomsday. And I have this weird staring feeling, like something's staring at me, something's watching at me, and it's
I
like
hate that feeling.
a piercing ass stare. Like it feels like if you get a death stare, like from a fucking angry ex at a Walmart.
Well, they're very specific. Holy shit.
I don't know.
specific.
It's just something that came to mind. I've
It's
actually not
only
had
happened
that
to me
happen.
like a half a dozen times, so that's just way
oh.
too specific.
Sorry.
That's okay.
But yeah,
Just
it's like a
lighting
fucking.
up the PTSD today anyway. Might as well go all in.
I'm sorry, God.
Yeah, you have a very good knack at that. Holy shit. That's funny.
I just know how to hit people's buttons without even trying.
Hey, those bulbous buttons, am I right? Continue. I keep on cutting you off. Just let's get into this, okay? This is
It's
spooky.
okay.
Nothing else.
Look, we're all gonna cut each other off a lot. It happens. So
Yeah.
anyway, that piercing stare is happening. Like somebody wants to fucking murder me, and I'm like, what? Why? What is that stare? And
You're
it
not
wakes
into
me
that?
up. No, I'm not. Look. I like my women to be violent, but I don't want them to like want to murder me. I like mean women. I can't help it. But this stare, it was tremendously awful, and it woke me up. And it was the point where like I woke up and I'm laying there with my eyes open, and I still feel it, and I'm like, oh, I don't like that. And I shoot straight up, and I look ahead of me, and immediately ahead of me, inside this our like just communal dining room, because we had two, our communal dining room is this shadowy figure just standing there. I couldn't make out any details. You just can't make out details. I think what they're referred to is as shadow people, but I'm not too sure. But you just can't
Was it
make
the
out.
Hat Man?
It was not the Hat Man, but the same concept.
Okay.
Like,
The Babadook?
you know where the
Sorry.
eyes are at, but you can't see the eyes. You know where the mouth's at, and you can't see the mouth. And like, I'm like looking at it, and it's looking at me, and it turns real fast and starts darting for the fancier dining room. And I'm like, I'm being robbed. Somebody's stealing shit from my house. And I jump up off this couch, like full adrenaline, jump straight to the fucking dining room. And I make a turn down the hallway leading from the dining room to the front entrance. And if you stand here at this front entrance, that you can see into the living room, and you can see into the dining room. And the fancy dining room is like on the opposite corner of where I'm at. And I'm looking both ways. I'm like, okay, just processing what exactly happened. I woke up, I was stared at. It was an awful fucking stare. I don't know what to make of it, the whole nine. And I'm starting to think, I'm like, this is an old house. It's a like old house. It makes creaks and noises when you move.
And it comes with shadow people.
And I'm like, the only creaking and footsteps I heard were my own. And I start to freak out a little bit. So I sneak through the living room to like peer into the fancy dining room. Mm-hmm. And nothing's there. Not a single thing. Nothing's under the table. Nothing's hiding behind like a corner. Nothing. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I look, and it's like the windows in there had those old latches that you could see if they were open or like are locked or unlocked, even from a distance. Mm-hmm. Those were locked. I didn't hear anybody creep through the house, anything of the sort. And like, I know how to creep through the house without making noises. I've snuck out and taken part in my own fair share of degeneracies. Hui.
Oh
Duh. And I'm like, okay, I'm officially freaked out. So I run upstairs. I go to my mom's room. She's half asleep. And I'm like, hey, did you just like go downstairs and like mess with me or something? And she's like, I'm trying to sleep. Get the fuck out. I'm like, okay, sorry. I run down the hall to my dad's bedroom, and I peer in there, and him and his boyfriend at the time were both asleep. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to bed. And I go to my bedroom, pass out.
I don't know how you do that.
Like
you could just
I think
pass out like that.
I think the adrenaline overload just really just it.
That's fair.
Yeah. I think it just fucking zonked me out.
Okay.
Because they never heard these stories before, guys. Don't worry. They never heard these before.
Definitely.
Not once.
So I talked to my parents about it, and they're like, my mom's like, don't ever talk to me about that shit again. Like you're like that it didn't happen. And she's like freaked out, but she's just like, don't fucking talk about it. Like it didn't happen. It's in your head. Like, don't talk about it. And my dad, he's like, you're probably having night terrors. It's a thing. It can happen. You're probably just having night terrors from stress of school and other things. So I'm like, okay, that's fair. So a year goes by. I completely forgot about this thing. It's whatever. And I go to my aunt and uncle's house during spring break to spend time with family and a bunch of other shit. It's where I chose to spend my spring breaks often. And while I'm there, I'm inside the house. It's late at night. It's like 3 a.m. I'm asleep in what was referred to as the blue room.
I don't know why I don't like that, but I don't.
That's fair.
Really?
I didn't like it either.
Yeah.
There was a blue room and a pink room.
Nice. You had a blue and a pink room?
Yeah. They were both upstairs.
They both sound pleasant.
It is.
Anyway.
Sounds gender specific, but okay, fine.
To be fair with you, it could have been. They were older.
It was really normal back then too.
Yeah,
right?
I don't really know if it was gender specific, but they were both painted blue and pink. So anyway, I'm asleep in the blue room, and that nightmare comes back. I'm like, immediately remember everything in my dream. I'm like, oh fuck, and I have that staring feeling again, and it wakes me up. And immediately my eyes open and I shoot straight up, and I feel that thing staring at me from behind, kind of. And I turn around, and sure enough, that thing is standing there, staring at me in this dark ass room. This room is dark, mind you, but you could like, it was like it was like it sucked all the light out of the room for itself. Like it was so dark you could see it in the dark perfectly. And like a little 4-year-old, I freaked out, threw the covers over my head, and passed out.
Wow.
Next day I wake up and I like remember all that shit happened, and I go peer into that corner, and there's like a bunch of boxes where that thing was standing. And in between the boxes, there is a big enough and perfect enough circle for me to stand in, but you'd have to like move the boxes to go and stand inside of it. So it was almost like it like moved the boxes and stood there type of shit. And I'm like, oh, that's not okay.
No.
So then from this point on, I start feeling and hearing and seeing things just all the time. It's like slowly and gradually becoming worse and worse through time. And another year goes by. It's like the start of my junior year, and my dad and his boyfriend at that time had to go to the hospital in the middle of the night because my dad was having massive chest pains, and I couldn't sleep because I was freaked out. And you know, my dad was going to the hospital, so I stayed up throughout the night. And I was just like drawing and other shit, and I was like trying to keep myself productive. So my room, I had a standing mirror that I could like pick up and put inside my closet, or take out and put outside my closet if I wanted to, like, you know, just do whatever I was doing, because I was a little emo kid back then. And fucking and I wanted to make sure I looked cool and good for school.
You got that hair swoop?
I did.
Yeah, same.
I did. So I'm like, I finished up one of my drawings, and I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm going to go clean my room. And the only light that's on in my room at that moment is the TV, because I was playing games earlier, and I just left it on because I was irresponsible with electricity. So I go in there and I pick the mirror up because I'm about to move it to go put it back into the closet. And as I pick up the mirror, standing right behind me to the left side is that fucking shadow figure, like half a foot away from me, standing right behind me, peering over my shoulder. And I drop the mirror and I go to turn to punch at this thing because, like, reactions.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing's there. My heart stops. I'm like, what the fuck? And I go out, I like run out of the living room. I'm starting to call a bunch of people. I'm like, I need somebody up. I need to talk to somebody. I need somebody to take my mind off this shit. My dog's in there with me, and we're just hanging out the whole night. Finally, my dad comes home. I told him about it, and he's like, you're probably just having night terrors. I was like, Dad, I was wide awake. I don't know what to tell you about this one. I was wide awake for this. I don't know what to tell you. So some more time passes, and it's the end of my junior year. My friend is graduating, and we went and celebrated him graduating, you know, from high school and shit. And we celebrated doing not degenerative things like drinking or smoking anything.
Definitely not.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely not. And he drops me back off at my house, and it's like 2 a.m. I go to lay down in my bed, and I'm like hanging out, just tossing and turning, trying to sleep for like 30 fucking minutes. And all of a sudden I feel something, as soon as I get comfortable, I feel something press against my ankle into the bed. And as soon as I make a movement,
like the bed dipping stuff that hits too close. Just like, it's just weird. It's like, that's bad.
I don't like it either. I don't like it at all. Because now, not only are you affecting me, you're affecting things around me. Stop it.
Yeah.
Right.
Now it's confirming my
Touch me.
thoughts. Yeah. Don't fucking touch me in the first place, but don't touch the things around me either.
Right.
So I like jolt, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's gone. Completely gone. I couldn't see anything. all I did was feel it. And I turned the light on, and like for hours, I'm trying to sleep still after this. It took me like 2 more hours to pass out, but I had to keep the light on because I was like terrified.
Mm-hmm.
So the next day I wake up pretty early, and that friend that graduated and I were talking. We're like, yeah, we'll hang out and shit after, you know, you're off work and all that. And it's like, whatever. And I'm talking to somebody else about the situation that had happened. And, she was like, have you checked your bed for a mark? I'm like, excuse me? She's like, yeah, check your bed for a mark. I was like, ain't no fucking way. No way there's a mark on my bed after that. Sure enough, I go in my room, and on my black sheets, there is a mark that looks like a crow's foot that's missing the middle toe. That is darker than the sheets. Like, it looks like tar on my sheets.
Is that not a pagan symbol?
I have no idea.
You would know better than either of us, I think.
Yeah, you would.
Continue.
And I'm like, oh, hell no. And I'm freaking out, and I'm like doing things to calm myself down. I probably honestly went out in the living room and played Kingdom Hearts for a bit.
Nice. It always calms you down, you know?
It really does. It's such a heartfelt game. So anyway, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go take a nap. I let my dog out, just to like hang out in the backyard for a bit because it's a nice day and he likes sunbathing, and my windows are all open. It's a day, you know. And I wake up to him barking outside my window, and I'm like, oh, I need to go let him in. And I like go to get up, and as soon as I like sit up on my bed and go to stand up, I see the shadow figure run across my doorway into the bathroom. I'm talking about bolted. I'm like, what the fuck? So I get up to my doorway, and I sidestep like out backwards to like look into the bathroom, see if anything's gonna like jump out at me. And nothing's in there. Like, literally the layout of that bathroom is so small. The door opens, and where the door opens at, the toilet's at. Right next to the toilet is the sink. Right next to the sink is the bathtub. Like, and where the bathtub is, they have like a little like privacy window for bathrooms. And that's it. Like, the door open, it was open all the way. Nothing was behind the door. Nothing could have been behind the door. And I was like, what the fuck? I let my dog in. He runs in, and everything's perfectly fine. Everything's dandy. Like, nothing's going wrong. I'm like, I'm losing my fucking mind. I have to be crazy. Like, I have to have... I should get diagnosed for schizophrenia or some shit. Like Sammy had suggested.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. If I could interject real fast, I'm going to pronounce this wrong. So what I'm thinking of was the Algiz protection rune. So I'm basing off of what like the description that you gave me, which was like a crow's foot. It kind of looks like a Y, but there's like another line that goes in the middle of where like the Y splits, if that's like a good definition of that. So what I was thinking of,
I'd like
this
to
rune.
see it.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely send a picture.
I'll draw it up for you guys what I saw.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a protection rune, so that's kind of interesting. That like, if it kind of looked like it. But anyway, continue. Yeah, I'll drop it in our.
Yeah.
Could this all along have been a good ghost?
I know, right? Why is it always got to be a
no.
bad ghost? What if there was two separate ghosts, though? What if there was like a good one, like good cap, bad cap kind of thing, where like the one that sat with you in bed was like, here's sweet cheeks, you deserve one of these, and then the other guy's like standing in the corner like some kind of cuck. Anyway,
so
continue.
I'm going to say no, and I'll get to that as to why no.
Okay.
So anyway, some more time passes, and I talk to a friend about it, and this friend is Wiccan, and I talked to him about it, and he is like, oh, that's interesting, and he like asked, prized me for it, more information, the whole nine. And it's like, whatever. More time passes, like 6-ish months. And I'm hanging out with him again one day. And he's like, randomly asked me, he's like, hey, have you seen or felt that thing in the past while? I was like, actually, no. Oddly enough, not a single thought, not a single like feeling. I haven't seen it at all. He's like, cool. I put a protection spell on you. It might have worked. I'm like, usually I'd be like, don't fucking do that. But you know what? You do it all you want. If it worked,
I wonder
I think.
what rune he used.
I have no idea. He was a green Wiccan.
Okay.
Yeah. I have no idea what rune he used. He showed it to me. Don't remember.
Huh.
I did post a picture of Algiz. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I did post a picture in the thing.
I'm taking a look at it right now. Nope. Not at all.
Okay.
No, different?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen that rune before.
I was just curious. Okay.
That might have actually been the rune he used. I'm not sure. But so and don't worry, viewers, you will see this. Audio listeners, I'm sorry. But yeah, so anyway, he's like, yeah, like I guess it worked. And I was like, I guess it fucking did. Like, hell yeah, I'll take it, dude. Like, I'll take whatever I can get to get this thing off me. Mm-hmm. Some more time passes and I go and hang out with a different friend at my dad's house, and we're just talking in the kitchen at the moment. And my dad's boyfriend at the time walks in. He's like, hey, you need to tell your friend to leave. And I was like, that's really fucking rude. Like, we're not doing anything and we're in the middle of a conversation even. Like, that's just really rude. He's like, not him, the gray shadow thing that followed you. And I was like, I knew it. I knew I wasn't fucking crazy. And I was like, what are you talking about? And they explained to me, they're like, they've been seeing this thing run down the hallway and walk down the hallway. And like, it's been turning my dad's TVs on and off all throughout the day and like doing a bunch of random other like bullshit. And the boyfriend, his like son had moved into my old room. He like moved into the house into my old room, and he would have terrible night terrors from what they understood. And one day he woke up being strangled, could not breathe for like a good 2 minutes. Like something was wrapping its hands around his throat, type of strangled.
Jesus Christ.
That's the kind of ghost that I want.
Of course you do.
Anyway.
Anyway, so they're like, we need to do something about it because you left it here. And I'm like, I don't know what to do about it. Like, if you're into that sort of thing, I guess it works out. If you're like Sammy and into that, but no, I was like, I can try to get a hold of my friend who got it off me. We could see, and like he came through and saged the house, and it apparently worked. But that's how the thing stopped following me. The crazy thing is I had some friends that were like, we have to go see this house that this thing started following you from. I'm like, I will not take you there. And after super long amount of time of them trying to convince me, I was finally like, you know what? Fuck it. That protection spell must have worked its fucking magic like crazy. Something like, fine, I'll take you, but you've had your warnings. And I take him out to this house, and they were like, all right, we're gonna go in. I was like, I'm staying off the property. I refuse to go on the property at all. They're like, okay. And they go in, they take pictures, orbs everywhere. I make the argument of like, oh, it's an old house, there's dust particles. And they come back out and they take a picture of it before they leave. And I need to try to find this photo because I'm not gonna be able to find it in time to post it with this recording. But for the viewers to see, but like they took a picture of the house and they scrolled in on one of the windows, and there was this horrible looking face in the window, like horrible demonic ass looking face in the window, and it was insane. And then we
have a picture of that face?
We do. I don't know where it's at.
Wow. Maybe a later Halloween episode.
Maybe we can bring it back up. But yeah, so anyway, they convinced me to, you know, go again with them, and I do. But before that, I did not realize that the friend that convinced me was an idiot. I mean, I've known he's an idiot, but like I didn't know he was this big of an idiot. He stole a property sign from there and brought it home with him.
What the fuck?
And I lived with him at the time. Yeah, what the fuck indeed. I lived with him at the time, and he did not tell me about it. I did not see it. I knew nothing about it. And then eventually he was telling me, he's like, so I stole this property sign and I have to get rid of it. I was like, what? He's like, yeah. He took a sign from that property and put it on his wall, and it kept falling off. And he was just made the excuse like, oh, it's just like the thumbtacks aren't holding it in place. Until one day he came home and it was in the middle of the floor, like it had been thrown off the wall. And he was like, he came out. That's the only reason I knew about it, is because he came out. He's like, did you throw this on the floor? Did you like go in there and throw it on the floor? And I was like, I don't even know what that is. He's like, it's a sign from that house. And I'm like, no, I didn't. And why do you have that? Like, why would you take that from that place? I've told you so many times, so many stories and so many things about that place. What made you think it was a good idea to grab that? But yeah. But anyway, so all that being said, fucking we go there again. I actually go inside at this time because I'm just curious and I want to know, you know. I've made this a big like point in my life of like, this is a bad portion of my life right here, you know. And we go inside and like there's needles all over. The floor's caved in the kitchen. Like you have to walk on like these foundation board type things. I don't know what to call them. You just have to do a bunch
of framework boards.
Yeah, the framework boards. Thank you. You just have to like maneuver around this whole place, and I'm like, oh, this is a bad idea for me to come in here. And we make our way all up to the second story, and I'm curious about the third story because the story I heard about the friend's cousin, right? And I go to peer in there, and sure enough, it's like you can't get up there at all. You just can't. Over the years, like something had fallen into the house, and there was like a broken tree limb or some shit. I don't remember anymore. That was blocking the path. You could not get past it. But yeah. So there's a story to this house.
Can we stop real quick? Do you guys hear some sort of weird muffling scratching in the background?
Yeah.
No.
You didn't hear all that?
No.
Like for like the past like 30 seconds to a minute of you talking, like I kept hearing what sounded like an old radio or like an old like interference sound, I guess.
It was like it was like a vibrating noise-ish, like static.
I'm sure I'll hear it going back through the video now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was the whole time you were talking. I was like, what the fuck is that? Because I had not heard that in Discord before. Or like in your background or Sammy's or mine or anything. So
yeah, I thought that maybe like the master was still turned up on mine, and so I like made sure that it was turned all the way down because I thought I was hearing like me or something. But yeah, it was
feedback of some sort. I don't know.
Yeah, no. Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to derail all of that, but it was creepy. Anyway.
Nah, it's okay. You're good. So while you were talking about that, I did find that photo. Here you guys go.
Oh.
Here you guys go. I'm sending it to you individual.
Yeah.
The fuck? Oh, I
Oh,
can't
dear
make
Lord.
out a face.
Oh
That
my
is
God, is
blurry
that
as
Miss
fuck.
Gertie?
Oh God, Miss Gertie's been haunting me for years. No wonder why I don't like it.
She keeps coming back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let me
but-
see.
oh, there's another one?
Yeah, you get the full picture, and that's how they noticed it was from that. They're like, "What the fuck is that?"
Okay, I'm just saying.
I see,
it's like
I see.
it's all white, right? I
Yeah.
don't know. I think it's Miss
Yeah.
Gertie.
Could be.
Okay.
Could be.
So anyway, that is this story of this place is the story of this place is that a dude and I think either his mom or his grandma were living there, and they hadn't heard from them in a week. So somebody like I think a sheriff or a police officer like went out and checked on them, and they found the grandmother murdered there, and the grandson or the son was nowhere to be found. And they went in the basement, and there was like occult sigils and markings everywhere all over the basement, and the whole nine. They'd cleaned up the house and put it up for sale. Somebody lived there for like 3 days, dipped out. Another set of another family like moved in there. I think same thing. So it just became condemned. Nobody moved in, and it has since been torn down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there like haunted insurance on houses? How are people moving into these houses and being like, wow, this is haunted. I'm just going to move out and get a different house. Like, how does
think
that even work?
I think you technically have like a time frame of saying this isn't for me with a house when you purchase a house. I don't know
Also
if that's the
known
case,
as the haunted insurance.
Yes. But I'm not too sure. They could have just taken a loss on it entirely, and it could have defaulted back to the bank.
Because I mean, like, yeah, I was gonna say, like, I would have nowhere to live, right? So I just like have to deal with it. Like, I'm just like making my coffee in the morning, and they're just like throwing shit around the house, and I'm just like, well, can you at least like keep it down for this Zoom meeting that I have to be on?
Well, I'm not sure if you've ever seen like memes of people talking about like living with ghosts in today's age, but I find them so funny where it's just like, I'm too broke to move, so they just ignore the ghosts. Like those memes are so funny to me.
Yeah. That's
Like,
funny.
that was
No, I've
rude,
not seen
man.
those.
What?
That
I've not
just like
seen
him.
those.
Oh fuck, yeah. Sorry.
You haven't seen those?
No.
Yeah, no.
Oh, if I ever find them again, I'll post them, and I'll post them.
That'd be great. I still the spoilers for the movie Barbarian, but there's still like I still think that's like the funniest reaction to anything creepy I've ever seen is Justin Long finding the abandoned basement, and he immediately finds a tape measure so he can get a better deal on the house he can sell because there's more square footage.
I forgot about that.
I love it. It's one of my favorite
God.
scenes in any horror movie. It's so good. And it's so of the times. It's just
I need to
one of my
watch
favorite
Barbarian
things.
again. Did you
It's
know
such a good movie.
that one of the whitest kids you know people?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we might have
Zach.
talked about that.
Yeah, that we have, because I was a huge fan of their series, that the White Kids, like stand up or whatever. Or,
I still love them.
it's so funny. Some
Rest
of
in
their
peace,
stuff is
Trevor
aged.
Moore.
Yeah, I miss Trevor. And so I think a lot of that aged pretty well for the most part. Some of it hasn't, but for the most part, they're really fucking funny.
Yeah.
And I was so glad to see him dive into horror and like kind of follow Jordan Peele, like the comedian turned horror director, like so good. And I'm very excited for any of his new movies. Weapons was really good.
I need to watch
I like
Weapons.
I've not watched Weapons yet.
It's fun. It's a good movie.
Zach and I watched the Long Walk.
Yes.
Nothing about it.
It's very good. You'd like that movie
It
a lot.
is.
You would like that movie quite a bit, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
it
Long
was
Walk.
devastating, but it
Mhm.
was great.
It was a Stephen King movie or short story.
It was like based off of his short story. Yeah, The Long Walk. It's moving. We also watched The Strangers Part 2,
Oh God.
I almost
One of the
forgot
worst
because
movies.
I wish I could.
Right. It's, I mean, there's nothing to remember.
Yeah.
It's so nothing. It's such a
Imagine
nothing movie.
like a campy it's the regular horror movie where there's a bad guy chasing you, but instead of the bad guy beating the shit out of you, a fucking boar does.
What?
That's all you need to know.
Yeah. There's a boar.
What the
moment.
fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. It's so fucking dumb. It's such
Jesus.
such a bad movie.
It was something.
It truly was something.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. But definitely watch The Long Road, not The Strangers Part 1 or Part 2. The older Stranger movies, highly
the
recommend.
first Stranger movie, yeah, great.
There's a couple other ones that are really good.
I only watched the original.
Oh, there's one, I think The Strangers at Night. Hold on.
Look, all I know about Stephen King anymore, because I can't with his movies much anymore personally, is the way he writes women is goofy, to say the least.
Okay, well, there's no women in this, so.
I think.
Yeah, you're right. There is no. Well, no, there's one
There's
woman.
one woman, yeah.
Yeah. Does not pass the Bechdel test. But
Yeah.
just real quick
Forgot
aside.
about
The original 2008 The Strangers, a great movie. The second one, The Strangers Pray at Night in 2018, amazing movie. I love that movie to death.
I've
It's
never
really
seen
fucking
that.
good. Very
Never even
good.
heard of it.
I would highly recommend. And then the other two are hot garbage. And one of especially the first one, I think was even worse. Chapter 1 had the worst prop cardboard knife I've ever seen in a movie.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's god awful. But yeah, don't watch those. Everyone,
Okay.
please.
I'm pretty positive. I'm pretty positive the thing I was thinking of was I think it was a Stephen King writing. I don't remember, but her breast boobily down the stairs. I believe that was a
shit.
Stephen King writing.
Man, I hate when that happens to me.
Same.
God.
Wait, you sure that's Stephen King? Really? I thought that was a
it might
bad
be somebody
manga
else.
writer. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was used as a joke by somebody, but I don't think that was Stephen King.
I don't remember, but the apparently the way he writes women in his books is ferocious. It's essentially on the same wavelength as her breast boobily down the stairs.
Oh God.
If you guys ever get the chance, definitely look at that Reddit thread. But I think that's the end of my story. I don't really have any other stories. I mean, I do.
I got
but
a couple little ones here and there, but yeah.
You know, I feel like that would be the other stories I have would be due for another episode. Maybe next year. Next year.
Oh, so
Yeah.
I wanted to know. Sorry, I did forget, and I wanted to before we got on all these tangents of movies and stuff. I want to know whenever because there was big months and years gaps between all these things that you saw. Was it consistently a particular season or time of year that happened?
No, not at all.
No,
Because
It was
I mean,
all over the place?
But a majority of it happened at that one house, though, right? That you lived at.
No. So the first two instances happened at that one house. The rest of them happened at a house in town, not out in the country. Yeah.
Right.
And then the third instance where the dream happened again and I woke up to it, that was in a completely different town.
Right.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah, no, everything happened at random times. I did think I was going crazy. I did think maybe I needed to get tested for schizophrenia or something of the sort because what the fuck? And my dad talking about all the night terror shit. I was like, maybe I'm having night terrors. Maybe I really am just having night terrors. But then it appears to me in the middle of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Weird.
You don't think you were napping while you were putting a mirror away?
I'm pretty positive I was awake that whole night. I'm
Okay.
pretty positive I actually did not sleep that night.
I don't know how you slept through any of this, to be honest, but I can kind of understand the adrenaline spikes and then it just like wearing you out. But
Yeah, I think it was just
Still.
adrenaline. I really don't know other than that.
okay, so just as a heads up, it was a critic on Twitter that made the whole. Cassandra woke up to the rays of sun beaming through the slates of her blinds, cascading over her naked chest. She stretched her breasts, lifting with her arms as she greeted the sun. She rolled out of bed, put on a shirt, her nipples prominently showing through the thin fabric, and she breasted boobedly to the stairs and titted downwards.
Stop
And they were making fun of male writers. But yeah,
Okay.
that's all that was.
That's-
It was not Stephen King.
That's still funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I want it to be Stephen King though, because it'll make it even funnier.
Oh, that would
Yeah,
be
that
so
would be
funny. I
perfect.
think he has a slightly more respect for women, but probably not by much. Probably not by much. Not much, but at least a little bit more. I'll give him some credit.
It's definitely worth visiting the Reddit page for it, because you will find a bunch of Stephen King in there.
For sure.
Oh, here we go.
Huh?
What's up?
Oh, a friend of mine took me ghost hunting for my birthday it was technically on Samhain. So we went to a house, you know what, actually it was some kind of like not penitentiary. It's like a little tiny
Sanatorium?
hospital, maybe like it was like a hospital but like tiny, and it was like from like the 1920s. It was like a holistic hospital from the 20s, but they had they had a doll room there. It was really cool. It was just packed full of dolls. So I just shared a picture of just like a little part of the doll room. Nugget says hi again. But yeah, nothing happened to us, except for, I will say, and this is my closing story, because on the topic of like funny ghosts, we had borrowed somebody's I don't know, they're like the static machines. They like run through the radio stations or whatever to try to pick up on different words and everything. There was like this creepy looking one that like it was made to look creepy, but it like ran through all the radio stations. So we weren't
Spirit
picking
box?
up. Is that it?
Is that what that's
Maybe?
called? I
What
think
is
so.
it?
Yeah.
It's like a
like
thing
a
that
It runs
it
through
w-
all the radio stations and like picks up on different words and sentences and stuff. I think that's what people use for.
God, what is it's essentially just a voice box.
Yeah, something like that. Somebody's gonna yell at me later when because I
I've
can't
not played
remember
enough
the
Phasmophobia.
Spirit box?
Spirit box.
Spirit box.
Yeah, that's what it's called on Phasmophobia, I would say. Okay, so anyway, we were all sitting around that in their basement where all like the healing tubs were or whatever, and
Ugh.
so it was just running through radio stations. We were just sitting there in the dark, like nothing had happened. Primarily, the entire night, like that. It was just me, like sitting in there's like a gynecologist chair upstairs with like stirrups. Like, you know, my ass was sitting in that like half of the night. And but anyway, so it just like the radio thing just started like ripping ass. Like it just
farting?
sounded like farts. Yeah, but like just consistently and long, and then in between it was like somebody laughing, but then like they kept doing it. Like if like a kid made like a farting noise around you and somebody laughed, and then they just like kept doing it because it was funny. Like
Me
that's
as a
exactly
ghost.
what it was. Yeah, like it was just like kept going. But yeah, that was the only thing that happened there. But it was pretty good. I have some video of that. I would probably share later with you guys. But we have
Very
some
much me
video
as a
of that.
ghost.
Right. But yeah, that's it. Halloween stuff.
Yeah.
Cool bean.
We would like to apologize for sure. This should have been probably at the beginning of the episode, but we'd like to apologize about the gap between our first two episodes. in this one.
Yeah.
I would not like to apologize.
Oh, never mind.
It's all right.
Thank
You know
you.
what? Our video or audio editor, he'll put it in the beginning so we can take care of all that.
Fix it in post.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm sorry, I'm not doing that.
I'm just
Too
fucking
much
with you.
work.
Yeah, there's that, and our couple lost episodes has thrown a wrench into a few things. And
Yeah,
we're hopefully getting it back on track with our schedule.
yeah, 100%. Well, with that being said, any closing statements, guys?
I don't know. I feel like Nugget would take this one.
Yeah,
I don't
so good.
I don't know how much I don't know how much you can hear of her talking, but she's really excited again. But yeah, no, that's all I have. I'm excited about the spooky season stuff.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, go ahead and let
Wait,
someone start
actually-
sharing your. Oh,
I would like to talk about plucking.
You gotta get HR in here.
I think I retired my my HR title, so I would really like to talk about plucking.
all right. So it's Zach's turn to take the AHR.
Yeah,
mantle.
wow, am I HR now? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's sit down. All right. We talked about this before. No plucking is allowed. I don't know. I just see notes here. I have no idea what plucking means. But the last HR rep was fired because she spoke of it too much, I guess.
I think you're starting to speak about plucking too much. Can we get off the topic?
I'd like
shit,
to
I'm
call
gonna have to fire
HR on
myself too.
HR.
All right. We're gonna need a fourth cast member to be HR because we're
damn
running
it.
out.
It's okay. Next episode I'll be HR. How about that?
Yeah, we'll
That
just-
works. So with the
Just
rotating
keep
chair.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just keep good.
Any comments, Mr. HR?
Well, this whole episode was problematic at the very least, and we're gonna have to comb through this one before we put it out.
I don't
Just
know.
nothing but
I think
bleeps
I
everywhere.
was pretty tame this time.
That's we'll see. We'll see. I have notes. We'll have to go over this after the fact.
Well, with that being stated, go ahead and share your handles.
Oh yeah, I'm at on Starlight and Blue Sky. I am at KingSora08, and on Twitch as well. It's the same name.
Awesome.
I'm hexually Sammed on Instagram. I'm not gonna spell that for you. You can just try to figure it out. And then everywhere else, I think I'm Siren Says. My Fin Dom, I'll drop that in the comments because the link is extremely long.
Oh God, I love a really long link.
And yeah, I think that's it. Everywhere else, just leave me alone.
Honestly felt.
.edu. Sorry.
You can follow me pretty much anywhere under the name Schicky Audio Works. Twitch, Instagram, TikTok. I'll give you a heads up. My TikTok is a mix of very funny but also very political. So there's your warning. You'd probably be better off following my TikTok Schicky's clips.
Cheeky clit. Sorry.
We're really gonna have to cut this into this episode.
You can follow me. You can follow me on TikTok with Schicky's clips, not clit.
Yeah, we're really gonna need to censor a lot of this.
I'm not censoring any of this.
Well, HR has other.
Oh, it just beeps the entire time.
It would be beeps the entire time. I curse too damn much. But yeah, no. I'd like to. We would like to say thank you to everybody who's been listening. Thanks for tuning in to Robocope.
Thank
Fuck
you.
yeah.
I gotta censor that next now.
Oh. All right.
night,
I'll drop my Fin Dom link. Goodbye.
Goodbye.